the big question we're going to talk about today is how much we made on our Faceless channel, Everything Hollywood.
Yeah.
Once named Hilarious Humans. Would you like to describe what this channel is before we talk about kind of what we did and how much we made?
Yeah, I think one of the questions that we get a lot is, how much can you actually make from a Faceless channel? So I think that's why we're kind of, peeking behind the veil, so to speak. This channel specifically, it started, I want to say maybe a year and a half ago, maybe a little before that, but basically it's compilations we've taken that content, comedy channel mostly, and we've created that into transformative content, right? We changed it creatively, but in compilations.
So the way we changed this creatively, and really what we did was we honed in on impressions on this channel, but we would find, the funniest moments from a TV show or the funniest impressions or the funniest roasts or the whatever.
Yeah.
And we would take little clips and then we would narrate in and out. That's how we would basically take other content and then transform it into our own. Was we would do some scripting and voiceovers.
Yeah, and I think over a long period of time, you've really figured out, what's going to work and what's not in terms of being demonetized or being copyright struck, right? And working through that process to turn it into something that's more creative, right? Taking that process and turning it into something, molding it into, more creative piece of content.
Yeah, and the balance is always how do you get people to like it, but also stay monetized.
Right.
Because people would prefer no narration.
Right.
But then you're, getting demonetized or copyright claimed. So you do need the narration. So we'll talk about that plenty in other videos, exactly how to do these Faceless channels. But let's talk a little bit about how much this channel made us this year. This is, I believe, the second year of this channel. And it did about the same as the prior year, maybe a little bit better. I might be wrong on that, but
yeah. So according to this, again, we're on the channel analytics for the channel itself, and we have roughly for 2023 it was $58,827, which according to this is 143% more than 2022.
Okay, so $58,000 over 12 months.
Yeah,
that's roughly $5,000 a month.
Right.
And what I would say that costed us probably $1,000 a month in total cost, maybe a little more, maybe $1,200 to $1,500 a month. So it's it's basically profiting $3,500 to $4,000 a month, and it's evergreen content. It's scalable. We're going to keep making more. We keep kind of learning a little bit more about it. It's not our main channel. Not one that we're like particularly passionate about like we are in some of our other areas. But it's a good one to see that just a simple little channel, and literally its second year is making 50, 60K a year. That's a year's salary. It's something that someone could literally do in an hour a day.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 hours a day, because we release 2 to 3 videos a week on that channel.
Right.
How many posts did we do last year? Did you just say that?
Yeah, so total posts, we can count them out, but it looks like, just on a regular basis, if I had to add all these up.
Probably 100, right? 100, 150. I think we were like 2 to 3 a week we were posting.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. You're seeing, they do it by individual days here. As far as the total count, I'm not sure, but I think it was, maybe it's 11 a month on high months.
Right, that's right. That was what it was. So we're talking, 3 a week, not even, 2 to 3 a week.
2 to 3 a week. Yeah.
That's something that anyone can do.
Yeah.
And each of these videos take a few hours. It doesn't take much more than that. If you don't know how to edit, you'll need to get an editor and show them the format you want, and that'll be your only cost, and it's not that much of a cost because the edits are like 2 to 3 hour edits.
Yeah.
What I mean to say by all this is that, you can start these Faceless channels. This is one example of many, and you can make very good money. Some channels make more than this, some channels make less, but this is probably a median income of like just a very right in the middle of the road YouTube channel in its second year. Faceless, like, costs $1,000, makes $5,000, took 3 to 6 months to figure it out. but it's certainly doable. Certainly doable.
It is. I also, the thing that I would, want to share with everybody who's thinking about doing this is, this is the reason why we're even doing this, is to show an example of somebody, if they worked just a little bit, an hour a day, 2 hours a day, we always say like 1 million seconds a year, right? So
Right.
45 minutes a day, like going to the gym. I think with that exponential growth, if you just constantly work on it every day, just trying to improve it, whether it's editing video, whether it's doing the research. I think the research, we've discussed this in length, like the research is arguably the most important part, to get the essence of what you're trying to capture and then show that out.
But it's not that difficult to do.
No, it's not difficult. I would agree with that. It's not difficult. It's just, it's easier if you have a passion in this area is what I was getting to.
Absolutely.
So anybody who's thinking about doing this, start with something that you love, or go out and find the thing that you do love before you start this process. Because if you're doing it every single day, it's just going to make it that much easier. Like we loved comedy. That's the bulk of this entire channel is in comedy. Right. So it was easy to start there.
Yeah, we started with our favorite comedians, Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, our favorite roasts.
Right.
And we must have gotten demonetized 3 or 4 times before we figured out, over the course of like 6 months, a copyright claim, before we figured out, which we discuss in other videos, and exactly how we're doing it, but not in this one. We'll keep it short and sweet. Just want you guys to know that you get on there, you do a bunch of these videos, it's going to make some money, and figure it out from there. It's totally doable. Anyone can do it. It doesn't take that much time. Like Bill said, 45 minutes a day type thing. Like you can literally do something like this and make that kind of money. At first, it might take a little more time. You make less money, but you scale into this no problem. I mean, we're working on other channels while we have this one systemized with employees now. We're working on other channels. And but yeah, we thought this would be a really good one to basically show how this is very middle of the road. Yeah. Anyone can do it. We hope that more people get out there in 2024 and start doing it. The appetite for content is just as big as it ever has been, and you can make, $58,000 a year doing something that takes 45 minutes a day. You can make a lot more than that too, because this channel doesn't even have sponsors. Well,
that's the thing also is like, I was looking at our best day. So our best day for the lifetime was actually in 2022, and it was $538. So if somebody could imagine if you kept working at this, and you really got good at it, and you were making close to $500 a day, right? That's life-changing money for somebody who's trying to figure out
And in all honesty, this channel is probably our least paid attention to in regards to getting sponsors. Now, would it be difficult to get sponsors for this channel? Maybe, but because Faceless channels are a little more difficult, but you can definitely find a sponsor. So this channel has so much room to make more money. Agreed. And that's something too, is like, where do you grow? Because we only have so much time, so much resources. Where do we want to focus our growth? Haven't focused on this one too much. We may end up doing that, but the point to all that is you can make even more than $58,000. If this was our only channel or our primary channel, we would be making more than that. Yeah. But we're a small company. We have other channels that take precedent. But this is a really, really good one that literally is as automated as it gets. As automated as it gets. And check out our library of videos, and we talk about this plenty of times, how we're doing these things, how we're doing this channel, how we're doing this other channel, stuff like that. But we just wanted to give you guys an idea today of show you the actual number that this one channel made, and show you the opportunity that could be in front of you.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to learn how to build channels just like this one and many others that we've done, click the link down below and we'll show you how.